Hi, welcome to this baconbits video. Today I want to cover how to set up a script that will check the port connectivity for your Ubuntu endpoints. Riveting material. You'll no doubt have an easy time staying awake for this beautiful eye-opener. Let's get to it. I have a file already written. This will be in our GitHub repo. Please check the description of the video below where you'll see that link and cherish it deeply. Now edit this file so we can have a look at it. This is very similar in style to the PowerShell version of the script that we wrote for Windows and reviewed the week or so before. So let's have a look. First thing you'll see is we take a command line argument for the FQDN that you want to be checking against. This will be your domain, something like bacon.yourdomain.com. And then check timer. The way I have this written is whatever number you're putting here will run for that many minutes. And you'll see that in the code. We're going to be checking for these ports, 4505, 6, and 7. For all items and ports, beat boot, that's what you see right here. First thing we're going to do is create a temp file to write out the results. This is a slight deviation from how we wrote the PowerShell one. And it's just the way that Netcat writes out data. It's easier for Netcat, the NC command, to pipe things out to a file, and we will grep it later. Alright, first thing we're doing is cleaning out that temp file, then we're echoing starting a scan on a port. We're going to set a timer. This is where we get that check timer value, that second command line variable being passed in. Multiplying that by 60 to convert it to minutes, and this is how we're calculating the end time. Start time is seconds, end time is end, and we're just gonna loop through the timer. So while seconds are less than end, let's do a netcat call to detect port access. Here you'll see right here, line 28. This is the real meat and potato for the script. Netcat-vz FQDN and val. We get val, as you'll see up here, is defined as the current port that we're checking against from this array, 4505, 06, and 07. So nc-vz space FQDN space port, and then I'm just going to write that out to this temp file. We're going to count every iteration we do inside of those number of minutes. When we're done, we'll open the files up and we'll look for failed attempts, timeouts. Now, an interesting thing about the way Netcat writes a failed attempt, it will say failed, but it will also give a timeout. So a timeout gives a timeout, and a failed also gives a timeout. So we can't count all timeouts if we don't also subtract the number of failed, and that's what you see right here in line 35. And then we want to count the number of succeeded, line 36, and then we give our results. Port connectivity results: succeeded, number succeeded over count, timed out, timeout over count, and failed, number failed over count. Once we're done with the results, just clean up that log file, which is placed on /temp, and that's it. When we run it, this is what the results look like. Very, very clean and easy to read. I ran it on 2 computers. First thing it says is we copy that over. It's in the correct state. The file is as it should be. It had a good copy, and then it starts off with starting scan on port 4505. Port connectivity results. Number succeeded 453 over 453. And that's great to know. The purpose of this script is not to give you a one-time output of did this work or did it not. A lot of times what we see with port connectivity issues is that it works sometimes but not all the times, and so running it like this gives you a chance to see how many drops and connections you have. Now when running this, if you think that you need more time, then you can supply, instead of 1, you can give it 2 as part of the command line args. And let's just see what that would look like. So let's go back to files and deploy. Now we're going to set that as launcher. Alright, this is where we supply the command line arguments right down here. So this would be bacon.yourdomain.com, and any number you give here should be number of minutes. That last example ran under 1 minute. You can run under 2 minutes. Again, that's 2 minutes per port. So whatever you end up typing here, expect a 3x time before return. And these are the results. So for these 2 computers, I had 100% success on all ports. And that's great news. That's what we're looking for. Thank you for watching this baconbits video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed writing the code. It's a lot of fun, and being able to create these solutions for you and your team gives me all the feels, all the jollies, all the good times. And don't forget, when you're down, have a little bacon. Pick you right up. Thank you so much. Bacon, bacon, bacon.